but I have to. I know it feels like I've been talking about this a lot. And in all honesty, I feel like I'm always talking about this, but I can't help it. I mean, like, look at everything going on here, right? Game after game after game after game. There seems to be an endless, mostly entirely, list of made up controversies coming from the most terminally online people you have ever seen. But why? But I have to. Why has there been such an uptick in this kind of behavior? To be honest, I'm not saying that this shit like didn't exist before, because obviously it did, but not to this extent. Like, it feels like you can watch a game trailer and you just know exactly which game will trigger the endless horde of woke or DEI or, the replacement theory, but for video games. Just again, over and over and over. But why? But I have to. It's like, but I have to. We've gotten, but I have to, but I have to, a point, but I have to, where, but I have to, 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 but I have to. Something happened on September 11th that I think really gets to the heart of the question. September 11th, 2019, not the other one where Bush, an account by the name One Angry Gamer, posted a tweet about the game Celeste, specifically about one of its endings where Madeline, the main character, is in a video call with Marcus. Now, before I say anything, I want to see if you notice anything going on here. So let's have some fun. Do you see anything that might give you pause? What if I do this? Are you seeing anything now? These right there, these two flags, those two flags in that picture were enough to send One Angry Gamer into a rage on Twitter, which led to, honestly, one of the funniest exchanges that I still think about to this day. It is just so insane that something that is so insignificant, right, that takes such a small amount of the visual real estate, caused that much of a reaction from them. But then you get to that last line, that very, very, very last tweet of his in that thread, and you see it. But I have to. There was something so profoundly sad about that about a person so unbelievably broken that they are compelled to find things to be mad about, specifically searching for things that actively makes them upset. Wait, no, I know what you're doing. No. I'm different. Mine is different. I am not seeking this out. Okay, this shit just comes to me. It's in my hobby. I'm not going out there trying to find that. I'm looking up a game and then it's just like, whoa, yeah, it's gonna flop. It's ugly women. This is not. I'm not seeking it. I'm just having that shit shoved in my face. All right. I simply react to it. It is different, and I can stop at any time. But One Angry Gamer couldn't. Well, I mean, he did, because like his website's defunct, and like so was the YouTube channel. But that was like later. That wasn't. He didn't stop then. Because on June 1st, 2020, he made a list called Traitors of America. And it was a list born out of, and I'm not making this up, people supporting BLM. Yes, he created an entire list full of people and companies because he was upset that they supported BLM. But you know what? I will let him tell you how he phrased it. A number of individuals, companies, outlets, and media institutions have stepped forward to announce that they support the groups enabling riots, violence, vandalism, theft, assault, and murder taking place at the hands of vandals and thugs across the United States of America. anyone looking to find out which companies, brands, and content creators have betrayed the trust of the American people by aligning with groups that support the destruction of Western values, this list will enlighten you as to who the traitors are so you can stay informed. Now, one angry gamer is what we would nowadays call a lolcow, right? He was a flash in the pan creator that made his bones during Gamergate because of course it was during Gamergate. Everything, all roads lead back to Gamergate. But he ultimately fizzled out. And yet, in many ways, he had incredibly long staying power in the form of his legacy, especially in the online gaming space. Like his tactics have been modified. Not doing exactly how he did it, but the spirit's clearly there. I mean, making a list of enemies. Hello, DI detected, Sweet Paper Ink detected, Woke detector, Kotaku detected, DEI watchdog, etc., etc., etc. I mean, even the whole focusing on idpol, blaming the ills of gaming on, people's identities and trying to apply that to a larger society. I would literally be here all day if I was to list the content creators that came to mind by just that alone. I mean, acting as if they are fighting some sort of righteous battle for the sake of their hobby, when in reality it's for the sake of their pockets. Grifters, the constant need to have an opposition to fight against. You're seeing all this all the time, everywhere. It's what you're seeing on your gaming YouTube page. It's what you're seeing on Twitter. It's what you're seeing on Reddit. It's what you're seeing anytime there is a game that comes out that a certain group of people just don't like. It's always this formula. And you know what? We can kind of blame one angry gamer. I mean, they created the blueprint. Like, all the Outrage merchants are here in some way, shape, or form because of that person. And honestly, if I was running a gamer, I'd be a little mad. I mean, you were an absolute loser on the internet. You were an Outrage merchant, but you did it in a time where that market didn't really hit. You were a couple years too early, big dog. If you would have waited until like 2022, 2023, you would have popped off. I mean, this was a somewhat profitable venture, but you were just too early. But being for real, I am thankful I am not him or any of the clones you see of him, because these people have been infesting gaming in the past few years and making it such a miserable experience. Just recently, we had a state of play, a time where you would see cool games come out or interesting games come out, and people would discuss it, some what they liked, some didn't like, but there was always a sense of they at least love video games or at least like video games, so you could tell they're coming at it as a fan. But now you're just seeing these angry, terminally online people who see every game as an enemy and therefore a potential target to profit off of. There is no passion for the game itself. The passion is for the discourse, the negative discourse they can generate. It's just like all of these clones of him just have been seeping into everywhere, making it the most hostile space possible. So that's why I try to make it as hostile for those people as possible, so that we can have a better online gaming community, so we can have discourse that's actually at the very least fun and not annoying. Not the same conversations over and over and over and over and over about things being woke, things being DEI, the feminists are taking over, these women are being ugly, Western society is failing because I can't jerk off to a game character. These game devs are intentionally trying to make these women ugly. So much of this is centered around women, by the way, but that's a whole separate video. I don't want them here. And I also don't want to be aware of all these dregs of the gaming community. But I have to. I cannot believe I can't. So, okay, so. All right, so this is the list of traitors to America that this person made. And look at this. Note, some of these people / brands / companies on this list are not headquartered in America. However, they still cater to and influence the American, quote, consumer audience, and in light of their influence to help sway the views of American citizens, they have been added to the list. Such a devious place to be added to. Your boy made a list so long he had to add an index. Now this is a saved copy of it, and as you can see, there's 24 pages. We're not going to go through every single page, but just look at some of the people on here. 100 Thieves, East Organization, Traitor, 20th Century Studios, 2K Games, 343 Industries, 500 women scientists. That just sounds like he's upset at like a group of 500 women scientists. Like this is like the ACLU, Adult Swim, Anastasia Beverly Hills Cosmetic Company, American Institute for Research. Oh, not a traitor, but on probation. Why? Who knows? Bang Zoom Entertainment, Beamdog, BioWare, a company with a tired face, Boomerang, Booking.com. So these are just the companies, right? These are just the companies. And I think there's about like 500 of these. And I'm not kidding. I think almost Kink.com. I wonder if FetLife is on here. Nope. I guess what the Fine Brothers were. Oh my God, dude. Google, Just Evil, Double Trader. Honestly though, you can keep Google on the list. But just all of IGN, Instagram, Island Records, JCPenney, Kink.com, Lego. Now these are just the companies. But Playboy, Popeye's Chicken, Pornhub, Subversion, Trader, Power Rangers, just all of them. All of them are traitors to America. Rare, Raw Fury, Showtime, Spirit Airlines. Well, you should be happy to know that Spirit Airlines no longer exist. So, oh shit, not Spirit Airlines. Sony Pictures, Subway, Tech Raptor, just all of these. 578 companies were traitors to America. But the funniest shit is the celebrity / e-celebs, because like Alpharad, Alyssa Milano, Me Too Hypocrite, Anonymous Hacking Group, Anthony Padilla, Smosh co-founder, Trader, Aria Saki, Double Trader, Axel Braun, Trader, Ben Schwartz, Trader. The funniest bunny, I don't know who the hell this is, but they're a traitor. Charlie D'Amelio, TikTok Thought, Traitor. Chevy Chase, comedic icon, probation. Chris Raygun, insincere traitor. Ooh. Cliffy B. Blazinski, I don't say that wrong. Used to make games for real men, but now, sadly, he's a traitor. Corey Balrog, traitor. Of course, Courtney Miller from Smosh, also a traitor. Crank Gameplays, traitor. Oh no. Singer and beloved voice actress Christina V is also a traitor. Critical Role, because their role-playing snowflakes are also traitors. Hilarious to call these people traitors and also snowflakes while you made a list of over 500 companies. Basically, all of Smosh is a traitor. David Hayter, David Guetta, David Zanansky, Demi Lovato, Disguised Toast, Don Cheadle, actor who starred in Traitor, Traitor. Donna Brazil, Burning 2016, Traitor. Were you a Bernie, bro? Dr. Disrespect, former role model. Hey, man. Honestly, you can keep him on this list too. Dreamcast guy, FaZe Clan, Felicia Day, Exhumed. But the funniest one, of course, Hassan's on here. Surprisingly, HD's on here. Disgraced, true. Game Grumps, Giga. The funniest one to me is H Bomber guy, because it's developing trader. I do not know what that means. Like he's He's not on probation. He's not a full trader. He's not an insincere trader, but he's a developing trader. Jeff Gerson, catalyst for Proto #Gamergate. Jenna Marbles, productive thought. Oh, Jenna Marbles, congratulations. You were a productive thought. You were doing things. Jesse Cox, still pondering if it's gay to be trapped. Jim Caddick. Jim Gaffigan, what a man sounds like if we never left puberty. Trader. Jimmy Fallon, paid to laugh. It's just, it is John Wolfe. It is just one of the funniest but equally saddest thing you have ever seen. It just goes on and on and on. Quarter Jade, Ryan Reynolds, pegged Deadpool. I don't think he pegged Deadpool. I think, whatever. Skill Up, Sonic Fox, worst human being on the face of the planet. Son of a glitch, Stacey Abrams. By the way, I will link this to this video so you guys could all be on here. Sadly, I didn't make this list. I guess I still am a nobody, but I definitely was more of a nobody back then, so I couldn't make this list. I would have been probably right, well, when the T started. So I'd have been right around after Travis Scott. Valkyrie, traitor. Will Wheaton, being told to show 1988, traitor. Oh, Ninja, weak traitor. Ooh, that's a new one. Oh my God, this is God, this is gold, man. This is such golden stuff. This person's such a fucking loser. Holy shit.